Welcome to bipolar-raw. We're going to try running a live stream. Having problems uploading videos, man. It's messing me up. So what we're going to do is we're going to run live. And I'm going to rant. I'm going to rant on my live and see who can watch it tomorrow. All right? Who writes this shit, dude? You know what I mean? Like, I do a lot of research for my podcast and doing some research for a show coming up. You know, not really important what the topic is, but who's the author? Who's writing about it? Who writes this? You know, do they have a mental illness or they learned it from a book? Wow, dude. Helps if you hit record. All right. Welcome to Bipolar Raw. Gonna do a little rant. Oh no, fudge. You don't want that. Hold on. Sorry. Forgot I was live. Wait, I'm so jacked up, dude. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Wow. Huh? Sorry. I'm a little shot out, man. It's been a long day. Um, we're live, no viewers. That's cool. All right, so look, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about authors. We're gonna talk about research. We're gonna talk about who writes this shit, dude. Like, are you for real? Like, do you have any experience? Do you have any history? You have knowledge that's learned from a book. I get that. But there you go. Intrusive thoughts. Let me read you this real quick. You ready for this one? Thoughts have a way of consuming our attention, especially if they are upsetting. When this happens, you may feel stuck inside a thought, unable to focus on anything else. This is called being fused to a thought. There you go. Very clear, very cut and dry. You're fused to a thought. We're trying to break that, distance that. There you go. Thought diffusion techniques help you break free from this trap. These skills work by shifting attention from the content of thoughts to the process of thinking, loosening their hold, loosening the hold thoughts have over you. There you go, bro. You're cured. There you go. Thought diffusion. Just saying, distance yourself. Man, I hope it works for some of you. I can't see it. I wish it would. And maybe that, along with 20 other tools, can help you. And in my opinion, when I get an intrusive thought, when somebody rents space in my head, bro, my grandkids are the only one that can break that. That or physical contact with my wife. Other than that, there's nothing breaking that thought from intruding in my mind. And maybe I just don't have the tools and the skills to do it. And that's cool with me. So that's super cool with me. All right, I'm sorry. I'm all over the place video wise. I'm having trouble uploading videos and it's driving me flipping nuts. Um, so it's very simple. According to this author, use thought diffusion when you feel triggered. Your thoughts are one sided. You're lost in a thought. That's it, bro. You know what I mean? Put your thoughts on clouds. Imagine placing your thoughts on clouds high in the sky. Watch as the clouds slowly drift away. Remind yourself that thoughts, just like clouds, have no actual substance as they come and go. All right. I want to say I wish it would work for individuals. I hope it does work. I hope you can just have somebody tell you that intrusive thought, just push it away, and you could. You could. It's just a thought. You know what I mean? I'm an action guy. You know what I mean? I'm a real action guy. I'm in an action phase in my life. And I have a hard time accepting that. And I could be completely wrong. And I would love if someone would say, hey, Kev, you're completely wrong, man. This one says use a silly voice, right? So your boss says something to you that questions your character and questions your work ethic, and I go back to really character, right? So here's our trick. Use a silly voice. Write down your unsettling thought, then read it out loud 10 times in a silly voice. Try impersonating a cartoon character or a favorite actor. The more ridiculous, the better. Man, I hope that works for someone. I can't see that. Me talking like Donald Duck or Yosemite Sam. I might make myself giggle. Hey, I mean, I could see a little bit of value. But guess what, man? The way the wheels spin in my head, and when people rent space in my head, they got a concrete building, and it's like the big bad wolf. You, you just, come on. So I question a lot of cognitive distancing techniques. This is right here. I can't distance myself from that. That's ingrained in me. The same blood that runs through my fingers and toes run through my brain, man. So it's kind of difficult to separate myself from that. So, I'm going to talk just about that. I want to kind of go down a little bit of a wormhole, and I choose to do that. I think that's key to mental health. Um, is your own mental health. Is choosing what wormholes you get drug into. They're not whirlpools. They're wormholes, rabbit holes. You have to go in them. There's no gravitational pull. So when I choose to go into a wormhole, it's usually not good. I'm kind of kidding around saying we're going into a wormhole, but we get into these authors, man. When you're fused with a thought, picture yourself rising high above the earth. Notice how tiny your worries look from space. Does your triggering thought feel as significant from this distance? What distance? Come on, dude. That's somebody writing a story that has never experienced that. If they can think that your intrusive thoughts can be separated by me pretending to be in space and this to be viewed from space, um, that's rough, man. That's a rough one. So it's 12 o'clock on the East Coast. All right. Let's talk about keeping air in tires. All right. Let's rehearse. Let's talk about goals and our vision for our day. You need to set goals. The only way we're going to be successful to have a vision and goals. Goals need to be smart. Smart goal is specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time sensitive or time bound. If we can set some goals and we have vision to see those goals come true, then we can start talking about dealing with mental illness on a daily basis. And in that daily basis, we might have to break it down to hours and minutes. Sometimes it's just getting ourselves out the door. That's a victory, you know? And it's minute to minute. You know, we need to revise our goals as necessary. And we need to reflect. We need to reflect on our goals. So my goals are pretty simple. I wake up in the morning and I say, I want to go to work. I want to be a productive individual. And I don't want any drama. I don't want to cause any drama. I don't want to cause anybody any mental unrest. I don't want them to feel uncomfortable. I want them to, people in my profession, I want them to feel supported, the people I work with. So my goals are specific. I don't want to mouth off. I don't want to react. That's probably key for me is I don't want to react to whatever you say, whatever you do. I am not going to react. I work in a field that we utilize a skill called planned ignoring. And that's exactly what it says. You ignore behaviors. Okay. Behavior can be a million things. It could be cursing in your face, could be spitting at you, it could be punching you, it could be trying to rip your clothes off of you. So we can't react. I can't react. But intense. Hence, we are reactive people. We don't do well pausing. We don't do good waiting. We like to tell you immediately. And I shouldn't say that. We don't like to tell you. We react immediately. Sometimes we internalize that. A lot of us internalize. And some of us lash out and externalize that. And there's a time and a place, I guess, for both of them. Reflecting back to your goals. You know, my goals are to get to work. I already said that one. Not hurt someone, said that. But I also want to be professional. And sometimes being professional means just shutting your mouth. That is a skill I've learned. I'm not the best at it, but I know I have the ability now with this amount of experience in my life that I am able to shut my mouth. That's only because of medication and self-medicating. There are times where it doesn't work. I just had a huge blow up with my son. Not perfect. Not perfect at all. So start your day right. Get up, set some goals. Do it at night. A lot of people will set their goals for the morning the night before. Some of us are not able to work that far in advance, and that's fine. Set your alarm for 10 minutes early, 15 minutes early. You'd be surprised what you can get done in 15 minutes in the morning. Have a cup of coffee, meditate, dance, listen to some music, read some scripture, do something to ground yourself, meditate for a few minutes, be mindful. Be mindful that you have to do what you have to do for your mental wellness this day. Um, we need the vision to see how we want our day to go. We need to see ourselves for what we are, where we are, to not judge ourselves, to basically be right in the moment, to smell the flowers, feel the breeze, feel the cold, to know that we are here, we're present, and we have some degree of control. And that degree of control needs to be harnessed, because if you don't have control of your day, if you don't have control of your thoughts, you're leaving it to society. You're leaving it to rolling of the dice. You can't always rely on this is all going to work out. I can't. I call out of work when I know I'm going to have a bad day, and I just know that dealing with the 30 people that I have to deal with, and serving the individuals I serve, that I have to be there. I have to be there in a certain capacity. I do go in on days I'm 50%. My team pays for that. Sometimes, at least I feel that my team pays for when my mental state is not up to, well, above par. Par doesn't always work for me. So I'm pissed. You know what I mean? I'm pissed off that I'm having to go live to see if this will stay on the channel. The last couple uploads I've done, I've not, I've crashed in the 80 and 90%, which pisses you off even more because it takes you 40 minutes to get there. Okay. So let's talk about being better today. Having the vision to see yourself as doing what you need to do and having a better day than we did yesterday. Um, let's do it, family. All right. I'm not playing here too long, because if this don't upload, I'm going to lose my flipping mind. Have a great time. Have a great day. Love yourself. And in an HR non reportable way. I love you.